Hi, this is Sebastien Braxton, and welcome back to Verse by Verse. This is episode 7, and we're now still in day 3 of creation, and God is going to do something interesting now that the dry land has appeared. The Bible says, "Then God said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb that yields seed, and the fruit tree that yields fruit according to its kind, whose seed is in itself on the earth." And it was so. Now, this particular verse is very interesting because now we are now introduced to living things for the very first time in creation. Everything else has really been forming the earth. It's been shaping the earth. But now God is going to start filling the earth. And in these living things, the Bible says they each produce according to their kind. Now, that phrase there in Hebrew suggests a couple different laws of living things because it appears in every other day of creation regarding a living thing. It always produces according to its kind. In other words, we can grasp different laws of living things. The first thing that it teaches us is that you cannot separate what something is from what it will produce. In other words, apple trees always produce apples. Mama whales always have baby whales, and human mothers always have human babies. Because this is what it is, it will always produce according to its kind. This is a powerful lesson of living things. You cannot separate them. This is why Jesus could say, "You shall know them by their fruits." So in other words, we can't judge motive. We can't judge why someone did a particular action, but we can judge fruits. We can judge the behaviors. This is how Jesus says you can tell a sincere Christian from a hypocritical Christian. This is how Jesus says you can tell a true prophet from a false prophet based upon the laws of living things. And even when it comes to righteousness, Jesus says a good tree out of its own good fruit is what it produces because it is a good tree. In other words, Jesus says you either have to change the fruit or you have to change the tree. You know what that teaches us about righteousness is it's not a matter of our behavior. It's a matter of the heart. And if the heart is good, it will produce good actions. And if the actions are bad, it is an indication that something is wrong with the heart. The second law that it teaches us is that there is a path of maturity or growth. In other words, when the tree produces another apple, it doesn't produce another apple tree, it produces a seed that can eventually grow to become an apple tree. So there's a stage of maturity. This is a really powerful principle as well because it reminds us that we cannot be mature overnight, even as Christians. When people are new in the faith, when they're just brand spanking new to knowing Christ and the Bible, we get so excited. We want to know everything. We want to learn everything. We want to be a part of everything. But the truth is we need to give ourselves time to be able to grow. We need to give ourselves time to be able to develop.